Hello, everybody. It's Patricia Love, Life's Cheerleader, and we are here at Life's Cheerleader Couch Talk. So I'm really excited about interviewing this beautiful lady over here. Her name is Valerie Washington. Wave, Valerie. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
I am just thrilled because there's nothing better than having a great friend, but not only a great friend, she's a great fitness coach, and I am just thrilled that she said that she would love for me to interview her. So here we go. So I want to first off tell you really quickly about Valerie, and then I'm going to shoot some questions at her and to see how it goes. So basically, Valerie Washington is a certified personal trainer and nutritional counselor through the American Council on Exercise. ACE is in the top 5 of the national credentialing authorities in the fitness industry. Its mission focuses on developing and maintaining healthy lifestyles, behaviors through exercise and nutrition. She earned her personal and professional coaching certificate through the Hudson Institute. Valerie and I agree that a well-being life is a balance of mind, body, and soul. And that is so true. That's how I believe. That's what kind of connected us. I think that when we're talking about being healthy, it's not only in the brain and the mind and such, it's also in the body. So it all works together. Don't you agree there, Valerie?
Absolutely agree. Our body is basically the vehicle that allows us to have this conversation and join with other people. And without that body carrying that body, the soul and the emotional component, you wouldn't get anywhere.
Exactly. It's like we need all of them to work together. So, tell us quickly, tell the audience quickly how you kind of got started in the fitness. I don't know if you've been in it all your life, but just kind of tell me a little bit of how you kind of got going in this.
Right. Well, just been marginally fit throughout life, did a little something here and there. And basically my background is as an executive assistant. I worked in the corporate entity for, 35, 40 years. Got to a point where that was no longer feeding my passion. It was just something really empty in that whole sense of what I was doing. And I was looking to really attach myself to something that could have more meaning, more impact. And I actually worked with a life coach during a point in my life where I met someone that helped me go through a little bit of an inquiry into where were my gifts, what were my talents, what was I really feeling the most energized when I was doing it.
Right.
And for a period of time, it was when I was an executive assistant. I can remember feeling very attached to that. And then it sort of weaned off as I developed, if that makes sense. So I started examining other ways I could use the gifts, talents I'd had previously in my life, put them to work in a different area. And fitness was just a bit like a glove. And that was where it started.
Kind of like started there, and now you're just, it's basically you followed your passion, you followed something that you love to do and integrated it into your life.
Exactly.
And sounds like you kind of went from corporate things and kind of moved into that whole entrepreneurial thing, and which is also a great thing, and it probably definitely changed your life.
Yes, it was a transition, and talking with others that I knew that had been entrepreneurs for most of their life, they could never imagine being on the other side in corporate, and I couldn't imagine going the other way. And it's that leap that you're going to try to
the leap of faith.
Exactly. It's a leap of faith, and the ground is pretty soft, pretty mushy, and you don't really land feeling like you have a sure foot. And then you just start pedaling.
And just keep on going,
Going, and eventually you feel some traction beneath your feet.
Right.
You start to see where your resources are, the people supporting you, and then the next thing you know, you're lifted and you're flying, and it's off you go.
That's awesome, because so many people out there do, not only they're changing their lives in general besides fitness or mind or body, it's just also knowing that we can do things at any age. We can do things at anything, so we can't let anything stop us. Because I find a lot of us in my site, we're different ages, and some of the women are always like, oh my God, I can't do it, I'm too old. No, we're not too old, right? Never too old, and never give up. So Valerie, tell me, what is your kind of why that you do now what you do? I mean, we all have kind of a why about it.
Yeah, and I think maybe it touched a little bit.
Yeah.
The why is I get up and realize that I'm energized about what I'm about to do. The people who seek out my service,
Mm-hmm.
I feel an obligation to really bring all of me to all of them, and you get full when you do that.
Right.
So I feel full and excited, and that's, I think, why I continue to do it, because there are times where I start to question, am I doing the right thing?
Right.
Am I going to make it this month? Or how long can I do this? And the moment I get caught up into that story and begin to have that monkey mind
right.
start to, take hold, something will happen during the course of that day where I go, this is why I'm doing this.
This is why you do it. And I think that everybody needs to, again, as we do things or make changes in our lives, whether it be fitness or anything, we just always have to know that we do it for a reason. It's something that drives you, and you're doing it for the people that they make you full, like you said.
You just feel that welling up.
Yeah.
And then the why becomes really crystal clear. When you start to feel really depleted, very empty, somewhat is like,
right. Exactly. So let me ask you this. So, a lot of people are always trying to get in better shape and different things. But what are some challenges that you find that people face when they just start trying to get into better shape and fit? Because I know, like, even for myself, it's like, I have to go running. Oh my God, I have to go walking. It's like, I know there's some challenges. What do you kind of see that a lot of people who might be listening that you might, be able to express to them a little bit?
My experience is it's trying to do too much too soon. And there's
baby steps is what you're saying. We don't need to be a marathon runner tomorrow.
No. It's the same thing when people talk about your purpose or your passion. You figure, if you can't be Mother Teresa, there isn't anything I can do to change the world. Well, no, there is anything that you can do to show up as your authentic self. You're going to do it right then and there at the grocery counter or anywhere. You don't have to have it be where you got to fly off to Nepal to get it done.
Right.
Here, same thing with fitness. You don't have to start, with a marathon. You don't have to start working out every day. You don't have to even start with an hour a day. This is even these are some of the myths that are still out there, but I have to admit my industry is really getting into the forefront of debunking a lot of those myths. 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes 3 times a day. It's amazing how much difference that could make in your life. So baby steps, take little bites.
And it sounds like basically you're saying it's just start.
Just start. Exactly.
Just do something, whether it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
It may not even resemble what you think is considered exercise. It could be just movement.
Yes.
And movement alone is taking an action, and then it just builds and it builds and it builds.
Well, I'm excited you actually said that about movement, because I'm actually doing a 7-day challenge during the membership at our site about just moving, whether you park your car farther away from the grocery store, or just, walk up that one step, one flight of steps. You don't have to take off 10, flights, but just doing something to get moving. So I think that's so important. So, so I think you kind of answered this question. Do you think this is true then? Because what I was going to ask you was about how you get started so that you don't quit. And I think what you're kind of saying is just start in little baby steps and don't feel like you've got to do a marathon.
Well, there's that. And if you can really get a buddy, an accountability partner, any kind of energy that surrounds a common idea that you can share with someone. It is a very, it can be daunting if you go in it alone and you don't get any feedback or you don't have any idea of how you're doing. So sometimes just getting a little partner.
Right, just accountability to help you along, because somebody that's supportive and, not judgmental, just somebody saying, hey, let's go do this. Just like, even if it's just 5 minutes, something, Yeah, and then I think, does it get then easier? I think as we do more and we do 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, does
You
it
know, the science supports that. You know, we can sit here and we can say that,
okay?
you know, but the science really seems to support that. As far as brain science, is when you get moving into something and you lock into a period of time, you'll become more repetitive with that. So that's why the starting is so important, because if you don't start, you never really build in that brain that this is something that you're going to do, and then your body follows that. So if you don't start, you're just not going to stop.
Exactly, and I'm a big on this. When I do my webinars and seminars, that's a big one for me, is everybody just need to start someplace. You just take action. That's it. Take action and keep going. So, well, that's great, because that's really, and I think that just people just need to understand that fitness is really important. It just, for our mind, body, and soul. So it kind of does all work together, you know?
Sure.
And
Sure.
yeah, so that, because I'm always promoting a positivity and positive mind, but also need to feel good and healthy, you know. And again, like you said, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there it's better than nothing. And,
Absolutely.
and I think that people should just realize that, you know what, if I did 5 minutes, okay, I did 5 minutes, and be proud of themselves for doing something. So
Absolutely.
So let me ask you another little question here. What is one thing that the audience might not know about you? Something, you know, there's something that, I'm just putting you on the spot here a little bit. Something that they maybe not know about you that maybe surprise people. I don't know, just something that,
Wow, that's a good one. Well, I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm a breast cancer survivor. Okay,
a lot of
so
people wouldn't know that, and that's being vulnerable, and that's great. You know.
it's it shocks you. Everybody, probably somebody out there, if not 2 out of 4 of what they're saying, either knows somebody or they themselves have gone through this. I think it surprises me still every time I say it. So if it surprises anybody out there to hear it, it surprises me.
But you know what? It's awesome that you can be vulnerable to say this, because it's really hard sometimes to bring these things up. But other people out there are always touched by this. Cancer touches everybody, whether it be a friend or yourself or somebody's passed. My sister passed cancer. So you just, you know, and you can still do fitness. And it's just, you know, so I'm really thrilled that you brought that up. So, you know, and congratulations on, what I think how many years now?
4.5.
All right, we're getting there. All righty then. So, okay, so I have a kind of a fun question here. I just love to ask people this. If you could wake up in the body of somebody else, who would that be, and what would you do?
Because you know a little bit about me, and there's other parts of my passion and addiction, I would wake up as Tiger Woods.
Because you're a golfer.
I'm being perfectly serious. Somebody said I would wake up with Tiger Woods because I'm a golfer, and gosh, or I could wake up as Michelle Wade, or you know, that could go down the list of some of the top players.
So, wait a minute, let's go back to Tiger Woods. So if you woke up as Tiger Woods, what would you do that day?
Oh gosh, okay.
I mean, it's nice to wake up, but you got to go do something.
Okay, what I would do if I woke up as Tiger Woods, I would get on my private jet and I would fly to Scotland to go to St. Andrews and tee off.
Awesome. Oh my God. Well, I'm hoping that you wake up tomorrow morning as Tiger.
Well, you know, just to say this of what I would do if even I took Tiger Woods out, I got to feel this in my body. And just saying that, I'm thinking, oh, gee, private jet, you know, Scotland. Shoot, maybe I don't need to be Tiger Woods to do that.
You don't put that as a vision, and you might well be doing that anyway. You just put it out there. Put it out there. You never know. So, but see, that's kind of exciting that we, you know, we found out a couple more things about you. So that's good. And obviously an avid golfer. So Valerie, I know that you've been doing fitness for a long time, and I would love the audience to know, first off, how to get a hold of you, but also, do you have any programs or things that you like to talk about that may be coming up that you're excited about, that maybe the audience might be interested in at some point?
I am. At some point, and I have to use the caveat here as that I can't speak on it yet because it hasn't launched and it's not mine. So I don't own it to speak on, so keeping the confidentiality. But what's moving into the industry now is online, live, on-demand training. And I've been invited to put myself up onto this program. Just doing this little conference with you is really helping me get a little bit comfortable in front of the camera and the technology. So I would say to you, look forward to bringing me back probably in a couple of months. Then I will be letting your viewers know whatever time zone they are in, wherever they are, they can dial up and find me and have a workout.
What you're really saying is if there's a possibility that we might be able to get Valerie online.
Yes. And it won't be a talking head that's a video that's I canned and put up there. It'll be live now, real, one-on-one.
Wonderful.
So I'm really excited about that. It's it's something that it doesn't necessarily sit in my context or understanding, but the people who are moving this forward, I'm gonna follow them. I mean, look what you're doing. I'm gonna follow you. You know, you find somebody who decides they're gonna break the mold, do something a little different, well, you can decide to hang back,
right,
or step out there and see what it's like.
Exactly.
So look for me. Well, I will let you know when this is going to happen. And,
okay. Well, in the meantime, do you have a website that maybe people could go to, or do you have a newsletter they can sign up for?
Sure. So the website is newfitnesslifestyle.com. All one word, newfitnesslifestyle.com. That'll take you to my webpage, and from there you can link to my Facebook, YouTube, and all other places, and the newsletter.
Okay.
You'll find blogs on there, and you can email me on there if you want to get onto my my newsletter. Then I can just add your name on there.
Oh, well, that'd be awesome, because I highly recommend anybody listening to this to go and sign up for Valerie's newsletter. Get on her newsletter so you get on her radar. So she sends out great newsletters and blogs and the such, and you'll be the first one to know at that time probably what's going on in her future online. So, because that is the way of the world. So I think that'd be really awesome. So that's great. And what I'll be doing, I'll put the website up for you, Valerie, so that everybody can see it also underneath the video when they're watching. So I want to thank you, Valerie. It's so awesome to have you on Couch Talk. It's been fun. And we will connect again, and hopefully, and I heard her say it here that she'd let me interview her again, everybody. So we're going to hold her to that. So
I'll be happy to come back.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you so much, Valerie. We'll talk to you soon.
Welcome.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.